Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today for this great announcement. You know, in 2020, people often ask me, when are you ever going to run for office again? And like many of us in 2020, I experienced a lot of us, and I felt like for me, I was kind of in a dark place. So I really wanted to take the time and take the moment and really kind of work with my family and really ensure that this is something that I'm ready to do. You know, I was thinking back 30 years ago, and almost 30 years to this month actually. I entered and won a national Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I Have a Dream essay writing contest. And with that first place prize was an opportunity to meet then Governor Kayor, Senator Bob Kerrey, and President George H.W. Bush. And in that essay, we were asked, what do you dream of being when you grow up? And I remember my answer was, I wanted to be governor. I knew at the time that Nebraska had never had a black governor, someone who looked like me, come from where I come from, or maybe even someone that come from where you come from, or look like you, or represent the values that you have. Maybe that still might happen for me someday. But today, I have an opportunity to achieve that dream for someone else. To build a legacy for strong Democratic candidates who feel passionate about serving for this great state. Today, more than ever, our strength has never been more needed. Our resolve has never been more tested. Today, we need to reconnect our democratic infrastructure, cultivate our candidates, and empower our communities to ensure we're valuing the democratic process and the Democratic Party. My name is Spencer Danner, and I am running for Vice Chair of the Nebraska Democratic Party. Let me take a moment to tell you why. My goals are simple: build, invest, and win. We must build and invest in our Democratic candidates. We must build and invest in our entire democratic infrastructure. And we must build and invest in our communities that represent our great state. If we do this, and only when we do this, we will see us go back to a time when we were winning state and federal races, winning seats up and down the ballot and that have been traditionally Republican, to energize an electorate that is hungry for representation. My goal is to help provide a long-term strategy, a long-term strategic direction for those that are ready to build, invest, and win elections for years to come. We must prepare our future. Instead of just stacking for candidates today, we need to be thinking about 2022, 24, 26, and 28, with the understanding that our future mayor, governor, senator, congressman, congresswoman may not have even graduated today. That's a beautiful thing. We have to invest in those individuals because we have no idea when those individuals are going to be ready, but we have to be ready. Let's take a moment to talk about candidates. Let's commit to developing independent political officer strategies. Let's help make a pathway to victory for every elected office, targeted audiences, understanding that the issues that are important to the constituents of that particular office. We can't continue to run a city council race the same way we run a state leg race. So we have to prepare those candidates in order to run for those particular seats. Let's build on NDP's candidate and campaign blue bench training. Make it a year-round process. Make it a year-round service. Past and current elected officials mentoring our new candidates. Brilliant local, regional, and national minds that are willing to invest and take the time to actually work with our candidates. That's how we build our candidates. Let's push for candidates to have a start package and provide the tools needed to get off the ground running. See, candidates have to understand that running for office is like owning your own small business. Small business owners need startup capital. They need to know that what paperwork they need to complete. They need to know who to talk to and how to develop a strategic plan. Connect with the people that will help them be successful. That is the responsibility of the state party. And that is something that I take on personally for me. And I know that Jane Klepp also feels this way. Let's take a moment to talk about the Nebraska Democratic infrastructure today, right? Let's commit as a state party to start doing town halls, forums, and other opportunities that will help our candidates connect with other candidates across the state. And in doing so, all of our constituents will see us united, working together and sharing that message. If one thing that this pandemic has taught us all is to be Zoom experts, right? So we all have that opportunity to really connect in a way that we hadn't connected before. Let's commit to collaborating and provide the resources for county parties, caucuses, councils, staffs, and volunteers. Let's have consistent representation of the state party all over the state. That's important. This cannot be accomplished by one or two individuals. Chair Klepp is all over the state, all over this great nation. We have great executives that are already stretched. We need all of you. We need to be all together working on this. Let's commit to bridging our factions and build coalitions. Progressives, moderates, seasoned and young Democrats, blacks, and communities of colors. Our tent is bigger and better than it's ever been before. But we have to do a better job of really embracing our differences and understanding that the spirit of what we bring to the table is all going together and we're all moving the same direction. We have to acknowledge those differences and embrace those spirits. Let me lastly take a moment to talk about our Nebraska communities. Guess what, Eastern Nebraska? Rural Nebraska is strong. And guess what, rural Nebraska? Our urban communities are dynamic. Let's commit to sharing our story, our contribution to this state and this nation. Strong Nebraska voices that can demonstrate the pivotal importance of our national party to uplift Nebraska at the grassroots level and support local organizing and community engagement. That's how we bring us all together. Let's commit to fighting for national investment in red states like us that's a growth state. Work that I-80 corridor. Look at Norfolk, North Platte, Kearney, Grand Island, Hastings. Like there are so many people that we forgot about that are ready and willing to vote. We just have to put the on-the-ground grassroots strategies and continue to do that forward. Let's commit to focusing on funding for innovative programs that incentivize early organizing through the state parties and support efforts for Black communities, Latino communities, Asian and Pacific Islanders, millennials, LGBTQ+, and our Nebraska rural communities. If we do this, we have the national party has to play a key role in helping support us, in helping us to work to get candidates elected in every zip code across this entire state. These are the things that I want to work on. This is what's important to me. I'm running to rise a new electorate, to really bring in new Democrats, whether independent, former Republicans, Democrats, whoever the case may be. I am running to build on the legacy of Lincoln idealists, JFK dreamers, and Obama believers. That's what I stand for. I believe wholeheartedly that the whole is greater than the sum of our parts. I am ready to win. I'm ready to run. I'm ready to lead. I am asking for your vote to be your next Nebraska Democratic Party vice chair. And I'll leave you with this, something that my father used to say, God rest his soul. Be strong when you are weak. Be brave when you are afraid. Be humble when we are victorious. And number one of all, and something I live by every day, be a badass. Be that person that lives in your truth. Know who you are and fight for what you believe in. Because that's what I'm going to do for you, and that's what I'm going to do for this entire state. I want to thank you for taking the time out of your day to share my thoughts and my beliefs, and I would appreciate your vote. Thank you so much. God bless.